And welcome back, folks. We've got another 70-star matchup for y'all between Blue Esports Paracusia and Dwhatever. Both these guys are just absolutely legendary runners. Para been spending most of his time with 120-star recently and been posting some pretty great times, just knocking on the door of 139, while Dwhatever been more of a 70-star specialist in the recent months with his PB just absolute fire, higher 4730, I believe, still. So this should be a really good matchup between two just absolute titans of this game. Para has demonstrated a bunch of times that he knows what he's doing with 70 star, even though it may not be his main category right now. He's certainly still putting some really strong showings out there. And Dwhatever, exactly the same case. He is both these guys just I'd be shocked if either of them have above a 50 for this run. And joining me in the booth today is Padronis. How are you doing after that last race?
Last race was pretty entertaining. Sometimes the best races are not necessarily the best times of that, the best finishing times here. You might see a different change of pace from Para and Dwhatever. I know Dwhatever has been kind of on and off lately, but 70 has been his recent focus, and Para, I think he's hungriest he's ever been to get that 120 PB. He's really been on the cusp of 139 forever now, and it's like it's almost a shock that he hasn't been able to get the run yet. So I think this might be a really interesting race just to see from a perspective of two very different runners in the community, but also some runners known for having insane movement and kind of exemplifying the speed in speedrunning. We'll see if any of them want to go for any crazy strats. I don't know if we'll see any island hops, but like Dwhatever is so good at it, he'd probably get it most of the time. So we'll have to see if that kind of comes right out of the gate at us.
Yeah, and right off the bat, while they're still dealing with this intro, this match has been pre-recorded like an earlier match today. It was still a standard race where both the guys sat down at the same time and raced each other, but because they couldn't fit into the time slots we had available for the live showing, the race was pre-recorded. But we don't know what actually happened. The only people that know the results of this race are the runners themselves and one GSA staff member. So, and of course, the commentary is live. So,
yeah,
it'll be just like a live race in every way, except, of course, the runners themselves have already done this race. So, just for total clarity, just throwing that out there at the beginning.
Yep.
And we've got Para pulling out an island hop already.
Yeah, kind of the reverse of what I was expecting here. Para's taking no prisoners, but Dwhatever's leading a prison break by getting that star in the bomb cage. And missing an island hop, that was a really interesting failure. I don't know how that... ZFG, Ogre Gang, rise up. Here we go. All right, we just got into a 70-star race between Paracusia, one of the best 120 players in the world, and Dwhatever, one of the generally assumed best players in the world, been doing this for a very long time. Has a 47, 38, and 70 star, which is like third place or something like that. And also has a pretty old 141 and 120. This is pretty hot. It's D1. I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the action here. We've got me and Electric on commentary. It's gonna be a good ride. And we've just seen Dwhatever get off to a little bit of a lead with Para messing up bomb clips, so we'll see what happens in WOMs.
Yeah. Now it does, the lead is going to be kind of weird to start out with because Para does already have the star that Dwhatever is going to come back to with Sky Jump after Dark World. So it'll really only be totally evenly matched as far as route is concerned when they get into CCM later on after they have about 13 stars. So already, though, we are seeing both of them go for slide first. Saves about a second over going to Womps first. Really the ideal route to take during a race as opposed to PB attempt. But Dwhatever is going right into the belly of the beast. Let's see what he can pull off on Womps Fortress here. Got ourselves a cannonless attempt to start with.
All right, going for the more conservative sock folder setup here. I think that, yep, very consistent there, getting the star first try. Para can save a couple seconds with texture setup, but it's generally a risk-reward thing that some people decide not to do even at a top level like Dwhatever here. So that could be a little thing. And Womps 100 is going to be a big... it's definitely going to be one of the most pivotal points in the early game because Dwhatever known for this star. Para also going to be doing the fastest cycle So that could be big time loss. And Owlus actually coming in before we even get the 100 coin. Dwhatever missing his first attempt. Second one was very close to missing as well. He started off way too far to the left. Had to really do a lot of quote-unquote air strafing to get that one down. Para and 100 coin. We'll see if this one... Oh no, that's not going to be good. He's going to probably miss the cycle now. He might be able to barely get it, but the way that slope worked, he needed to get a full-on jump dive, and signing off lost a good bit of speed. The long jump, barely getting there. Paracusia,
wow.
Not about to give up anytime soon, but triggering the Piranha Plant. Actually, no, he killed it. I just can't see the screen very well.
Yeah,
all right, Dwhatever here. Yeah, go ahead.
Great issue, but nonetheless, interestingly enough, we actually saw Taba do the same exact thing. End up going a little bit late on the cycle and had to take that really risky long jump, missing those first 2 coins there. But no matter, as long as we get the red. And looks like we're going to have some pretty clean 100 coins from both our guys here. It's very, very daunting star, very easy to lose tons of time, super movement intensive. Out of all the 100 coins, I'd say this is probably the second hardest in the run.
Hold on.
And so now we've got Paracusia moving on out of Womps with 5 stars. Still has to go ahead and grab his Owlus star, which Dwhatever already has, but can save a few seconds over Dwhatever's first try fail. Meanwhile, Dwhatever with 6 stars. But most of the stars in Womps do go by pretty quickly, so star count isn't a huge indicator of lead, especially with Para taking care of Island Hop early on. Very nice wild blue from Dwhatever. You don't expect a ton of mistakes there, but we have seen them happen numerous times, either from just the side flip not coming out quite right, or even occasionally the slide kick actually failing to grab the star. Para with the first try Owlus, gonna save a cheeky few seconds on Dwhatever there. And as Para takes care of a wild blue, Dwhatever quickly dispatching that Womp. Very, very nice optimal low ground pounds. And so now Para's going to go in for his own quick Daddy Womp kill. As Dwhatever only needs to hit the top of the tower, and then he's done with Womps, going to move into a second slide, and then wing cap stage. Very nice triple jump movement from Dwhatever. That's a pretty tight cycle to hit with that triple jump on the moving platform, so definitely a really nice thing to be able to get that. Most top runners are able to get that really consistent, which is amazing to see. One of those things they make look really easy, but when you actually try it for yourself, you find it's much harder. Okay, so now Dwhatever on his second slide. Go ahead and pull some guesses out in chat. We didn't exactly get a chance to. I'm going to go ahead and say a 12-6. Maybe a 7, but... Oh, okay. And we'll have Para going for his final slide just after this star, so if you want to go ahead and get those guesses out, anything between 12-5 and 12-9 is pretty well fair game, especially the 12-5 to 7 range for these top runners. And so now Dwhatever heading into wing cap stage. This is where his 70 experience is really going to shine, as well as Para's 120 experience. Because this is not an easy start to do optimally. Dwhatever having just a little bit of slowness on his arcs, it looks like. Wants to play things a little bit safe, kind of catch the coins with the inside of Mario's hitbox. And now Para with the 12-6. Very nice. All right, so Dwhatever is going to be moving on into Dark World. Now, friendly reminder, Para did do Island Hop, so Dwhatever will have to re-enter BOB after taking care of Dark World. Let's see if he can manage to land a Shig Cycle, or if he's going to end up losing considerable time. Dark World, a very difficult stage. Going to be starting out with the slightly askew angle actually speeds up the beginning just a little bit since you're not having to do the jump strafing. Para with some really nice but overall fairly safe flying. A couple of the arcs were a bit shallow. Dwhatever with the Shia cycle movement throughout those platforms. Is this Madman going to pull off a Shia cycle in this run?
I think I got a little bit of a breather here. We haven't left, but I can at least talk for the moment.
Oh, okay, yes,
So,
some company over.
Yeah, some people checking out the house for things, but it's all good.
I see. Well,
Just neighbors.
nothing too crazy happened. Both of them getting out of Womps pretty clean. Nice slides, nice wing cap.
Yep.
We've got Dwhatever with the nice Shig cycle due to that little bit of movement on the island. Actually was seeming to go for the Shia cycle movement with the elevator movement right here at the start.
Yeah, we'll see if Para's not going to get it either.
Oh, yeah, very awkward angle there. Not exactly sure what happened.
It is really tough to change your direction into a speed kick and actually not lose a ton of time. So, you know, I can understand it. Unfortunately, just going to be some poverty Shig movement here.
Nothing too shabby with that, though.
Or probably a normal cycle, I think, because he lost some time getting up.
All right. And so while Dwhatever heads into BOB, Para's going to quickly dispatch Bowser and then make his way to CCM, skipping over this revisit.
Yeah.
Dwhatever did not forget a star. Para went for a very difficult strat called Island Hop, which requires a first frame wall kick. At one point, the strat's impossible without a first beat. And after going for that strat, he got this star that Dwhatever was working on without the wing cap. So, but it does look like Dwhatever will be at a very slight lead now, since he'll be making his way right over to CCM after the star transition.
Yeah, when they touch the door, we should get an accurate representation once again of where they're both at. So Dwhatever gonna probably touch it like a 1050, and Para gonna be maybe 10 seconds behind at most, not even.
Yeah, very nice start to this matchup. Really like to see these players stay close throughout the lobby. And yeah, about a 10:58, 59 door touch, so not bad at all.
All right, Dwhatever going for wall kicks here. Not a super difficult star, but you do see the occasional death or bad angle. All right, pretty clean. There as well. Pretty much right as Dwhatever finishes up, Para's gonna come on next in line. You're going too low on the star.
Very nice backup there. Was able to pull back just enough that he didn't roll right off the platform. And yeah, that strat, like, it's a little bit deceiving because you think that the hard part is the beginning, but it's actually the ending that it's very difficult to do very fast. Dwhatever moving right on into the CCM 1700 point here.
Yeah, Dwhatever likes to do Penguin last for whatever personal reason. Most people usually will do 100 coin as your last star. Doesn't really matter at all. So Dwhatever coming down. We'll see if he... I mean, I don't expect him to miss any coins, but if you do, it's not like if you race the Penguin and the run's over. You just got to grab an extra coin after the slide. But he's got everything so far. We're going to be joining him on 100 coin, and then we're going to get... Well, I guess we're going to have BBH here and then get into SSL, which will probably be a pretty big point of contention for both these runners, because I don't know how much they've really been doing 70 recently, because I know Para doesn't do 70 much at all. So if he has to do double plus, that'll be a change of pace from 120 star, and we'll see if Dwhatever is fresh enough to get those both down as well.
Yeah, I do have to say, I think Para's probably put a little bit more time into plus, or at least just gotten it to a point that he has it very consistent, because from his runs that I've seen, he doesn't typically lose runs to that. It's mainly SSL Reds or 100 coin that ends up causing problems in that stage. So I
don't think it's ever plus in 120 star, but I'm just saying since they have to do it twice.
I think there's one plus, right? That there's the one to get the top recruitment star.
But you don't have to do it twice.
Right. Which, with a trick that hard, it is very difficult to have repeat success. We've now got both of them with their respective 100 coins done in CCM.
All right.
And so heading over to BBH. Don't really expect too much to happen here. I mean, Bookcase Star is pretty well free once you put a little bit of time into it, and then Big Boo on the balcony with enough repetition. It's also nothing too shabby. Nice wall kick dive there. That one can be really difficult to both time the side flip and the wall kick itself. And for Para as well, very nice.
Pretty good start for Dwhatever here. Nothing too crazy. Alright, so second start for Dwhatever. Para, I don't know, I would say maybe 15 seconds behind, if that. So pretty even still.
Man, I mean, the run really isn't over until you finally gotten the third throw on Bowser. I mean, if it continues at this pace, just one Bowser throw could change that lead. And there's almost no way that they're going to keep this exact same difference for the entire run. So this is a very, very good race so far. It's interesting how they have that kind of call and response dynamic. Dwhatever does a quick star and Para just follows right after. But they're now heading into the basement, the synchronized loading zone transitions here. And that first obstacle MIPS. Let's see. Dwhatever with the punch grab. I'm expecting Para will also follow suit. Yep, 2 punch grabs. As Dwhatever goes in for his first plus here. The Tama plus being pulled out, and the double jump is good. Gotta just clip inside, and that is one right out of the way, right out of the gate. Dwhatever, with the confidence in that double plus, just gonna go ahead and pick up that standard top of the pyramid star. Para also with a very, very clean first plus, and he's gonna do the same. We have a very interesting prediction coming out from Wilco that Para is going to end up being disqualified by a BLJ at some point, somehow. Or wait, sorry, that was... Sorry, there was a mod message in between. I got confused. Para missing his second plus. Oh boy.
Alright, I am back now, which should all be good. You know, people have cleared out. So we're back to comfy duo, and not 5 other people. Or, I mean, 2 extra people more like, but still. Like, so is Para taking the lead here?
Dwhatever is taking the lead due to getting both of those pluses successfully the first try. Para is 2 for 3 at this point. Not too bad, but Dwhatever is going to walk away with a pretty decent increase on his little lead.
Okay. Does Para have talons left to do?
It appears so, yeah. He already got Shiny Top as his backup, so... Dwhatever going ahead and picking up talent. So 2 only having 1 star left, but Dwhatever with about a 10-second advantage on his star.
This is actually a really hot run for Dwhatever. I am so surprised. This is a 17:39. As in, if you do Island Hop, which takes like 5 seconds, 17:39 is still a really good run. Maybe not really good, but this is like still 47 pace. Dwhatever has just not given Para any opportunity to get into this run at all. Even though Para is playing pretty well, still a sub 18 SSL exit with 24 stars. He's playing out of his mind.
Very, very nice stuff. Para, I mean, he's still been playing well. It's just a couple of little mistakes here and there are really what's holding him back. More so, this lead is due to Dwhatever's dominance than it is Para's personal failures. So. Yeah,
exactly. So we'll see how long Dwhatever can keep this one going, because, you know, mistakes are bound to happen, and Para's good enough to capitalize, but Dwhatever is just still flying right now, and I had, you know, no idea if he was going to be fresh or not, but it seems like he's at the top of his game right now. And my dog's just making a fool of himself over there. I don't know if he's even coming through the mic.
I can hear the chain just a
He just
little
sneezed.
bit, but no big deal. Para, meanwhile, heading into the volcano, going for a more casual lava boost. This one's pretty free. You can get this setup down pretty easily. It sets you up pretty nicely for an ending. Para, though, going for that more pro ending. This Dwhatever pulls off the same boost. I'm never exactly sure what to call this boost, because the video tutorial by Fuzziness I learned it from calls it the expert strat, and that's not really the case anymore.
Did he do? Was it the okay.
The long jump from the right side, where you like move all the way to the kind of back corner where you saw that little fireball just shoot over on Para's screen.
Yeah, that's more like the intermediate strat, I would say.
Yeah. And chat asking for pics of the doggo. Can we get some Frankerzies in chat? I don't know if Badronis will be able to show his dog on stream, but we can certainly fill the void with some Frankerzies. And Badronis has an emote of his dog. Dog lovers are a different breed. I know I've admitted this at some point on the stream before, but I'm honestly actually afraid of dogs. Not like small yapper dogs that those just annoy me, but like a bigger dog like a greyhound or like a golden retriever or like a husky or something like that, they just like, they're too clingy. Well, like they'll like climb me like a tree trying to get me to pet them, and I'm just not okay with that. I don't know how to deal with that.
It's fair enough. I don't blame you, but everyone's got their own likes and dislikes.
It's very fair. I definitely admire the bond that many dog owners have with their doggos.
So this is gonna be Dwhatever's last start in Lethal Lava Land already. This might even... Okay, is it Elevator, I guess? So this is gonna be a really low 21. And once again, very impressive. A couple little sloppy things in Lethal Lava Land. Missed a ground pound on the Lava Boost star. I think one of the other ones, like one of the bullies, might have been a little bit scuffed, but really good. Para is probably 20 seconds behind, and this isn't even a bad run. Still 48 pace for Para, like, by a good bit. Like, his PB is still a 48. I think it's like a mid 48 right now. Yeah, it's a 48.32. So, like, you know, this is still good enough for Para to PB, but Dwhatever is, like, just killing it. And I don't even know what else to say other than how long will it go?
I mean, he's just cruising right now.
Yeah, DD probably won't see any huge mistakes. Fire C might be a different story. We'll have to see how that one goes in just a couple of minutes. So right now, just gonna enjoy some calm before the storm, and then we'll get to the rest of the run.
Just very quick shout outs to our schedule. If you want to see all of our upcoming races, tomorrow and Sunday will be reserved for our Mario Maker 2 Invitational, which should be really exciting. If you haven't seen any Mario Maker action on the stream, definitely go check that out. And of course, YT for our 2 YouTube channels. That's about all for the self-promotion section of DDD. More than likely, we're going to be seeing these guys go for front sub, which is a pretty daunting strat.
Yeah. Para actually a little bit more recent to implement this than you might expect from someone of his level, who also is known for going for really hard strats all the time. It was one of those things where, like, he always had something else of a higher priority, but now that he is doing front sub, I don't think he'll chicken out now. Dwhatever is looking like he's going for that front sub, and the lag reduction camera confirms it. He's going to the left, so we'll see how he handles this one. Para as well will probably go for front sub as well, like I said. Alright, gotta make the turn here. And jumping, not getting it, trying to lag reduce, but I kind of screwed up his angle or something, maybe just bad timing. But he hit the front face of the sub when you have to land on the slope. Just barely off.
You see Para go for it now as well, hopefully with a successful attempt. Slightly different lineup if you looked at the position of those spotlights. Oh, just barely not making it.
Yeah, really close there.
Oh, and that one was really sketchy too, honestly. I'm a little surprised that one did make it.
Yeah, when you do it as a backup, Dwhatever missing Manta Rings. Oh no, this is
Oh
a meltdown
no.
now. He's gonna kill himself. This is huge. Paris in the lead because Dwhatever is just gonna throw in the towel on this attempt. And honestly, something I didn't even expect to come out of and cause any issue. Dwhatever's lost like another 30 seconds. And Dire Dog, so probably a
Wow.
big commentator's curse here. Paracusia gonna get in Fire Sea before Dwhatever. And a huge twist. Para missing the star. Okay, maybe not as much of a lead as he could have gotten.
But is still going to finish out with a few seconds. Screen fade out at about 24:08. Dwhatever going to be at about 13. So 5 seconds back now. I really don't blame him for taking that death though. Those first 5 rings, for whatever reason, have perfect hitboxes, and then everyone after just sucks. Just almost as bad as THI. The rings are just awful. But let's see if Dwhatever can get rid of that tilt and still pull off a nice lava boost, because Para is definitely on hot pace for it. Nice box movement.
He actually likes to double jump over the Goomba. That might have been a bad decision. If he just long jumped in the lava, he would have had a pretty comfy lava boost cycle. But going over the Goomba, it's going to be really tight. I don't know if he's got it. Bully not going to give it to him. Okay, yeah, he's too late. Dwhatever. Back in the lead now. The tables have turned once again. And they look to be in the same spot. But Dwhatever's got a much better cycle going on. Para making early Ellie still. It's, got to be said, props to him. But Dwhatever back in the lead. Not a great ending.
Yeah, still not having to take as many burns as on the bad ending, at least.
Yeah, Dwhatever has not made many mistakes at all, but kind of bad decision making, it's got to be said, on the mistakes he's made, because electing to die on Manta never should really die on purpose. And then Fire Sea, jumping off the pole was probably a slow backup decision as well. So looks like he's lost, I want to say, like 45-ish seconds between DDD and Fire Sea. And what it could have been.
It's always rough to see. Because once you've got a good run through Fire Sea, there's still a lot of hard stuff to come, but to an extent you can rest a little bit easy for a moment at least. But with these mistakes Dwhatever's made, he is still in the lead, but this lead is not as strong as it could have been.
Alright, still a low 26 from both runners. Dwhatever 26.07. Para got that 26.15. And going upstairs now. Dwhatever touching the door. So this is really, really close. And it looked like Dwhatever was rolling smoothly, but a bit of water actually kind of bogged him down. So 100 coin as well. This is a pretty tough start, kind of RNG heavy, but more just knowing how to effectively chase coins. It's kind of on the fly decision making as well. Double box sig for Para. Dwhatever got the first one. Para might go for the double, and he's definitely gonna go for it.
Nice, the double. Unfortunately, that strat apparently doesn't save very much time unless you get good coin RNG, if any at all. But it's still always so cool to see.
Yeah. Alright, coming up here. I think this triple jump is actually a bit underappreciated in terms of optimization, because if you watch the ideal run, you'll get a pretty small wall kick at the peak of that triple jump, but usually you kind of go for a big triple jump here and a big wall kick. Para and Dwhatever doing it fairly well, but I think you can always find some frames to save in areas like that. Alright, so they are still pretty close behind, or Para's still pretty close behind. Dwhatever has no coins to lose, but he gets good RNG on the Chuckya. Para does have a spare, so I don't see him having to get a backup box. And even though that one did fall down, it was good that he had the ones from earlier.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to save that one until the Chuckya push, because very, very rarely will you get multiple coins falling over the edge like that. And Dwhatever just kind of cheekily raising the water level as he grabs the star. All right. Dwhatever with the draws special on this movement up towards elevator.
Yeah. Nice to see a little bit of flair added to this star after quite a while of being done the same way. That didn't even make sense as a sentence, but you know what I meant.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a start that didn't really have a lot that could change, but someone thought of it, someone did it, and now it's here to stay, at least on Dwhatever's side. Both of them getting through elevator very nicely, very good first wall kick angle. Kind of an interesting camera setup from Dwhatever here.
Yeah, must have saved a little bit of lag. I'm actually not sure how much it is. Oh my god, Dwhatever. I think he was actually trying for the, like, okay, what I think he was going for, Para missing his wall kick as well. You can actually do a triple jump and just barely land on the area that holds the star box. I don't know if that's what Dwhatever was going for or just was doing a weird camera. But he landed like between the kind of octagon that spins and the star area. So I don't know what shot he was trying to do.
Yeah, that was really strange to see. And with that, Para is now in a very mild lead. Yeah, Elite Moral Minority confirming in chat that he was watching Dwhatever practice, and apparently that is the strat that he tries to go for now.
Dang. That's probably the only time I'll let Elite Moral Minority confirm anything for me ever, so enjoy it while you can.
Certainly don't blame you.
Alright, so Para done with Wet Dry World. I'm really glad that Dwhatever did go for that strat though, because I always wanted to see someone do that in a race, and that's pretty hype. Might see that in the future. So it did cost Dwhatever a good bit of time. Para did take the lead, but you know, I don't think they've ever been very far apart at all. You know, Para was behind by like single digits, Dwhatever now behind by single digits, so it just kind of flip-flopped. Decent secrets for both of them as well. Ah, Dwhatever, as I say that, not getting a great long jump to finish off the star. They're going to be sitting a couple more seconds here.
Yeah, getting that long jump at the proper angle and getting it at the right time is very difficult. Like, you really don't have very much room to maneuver whatsoever. And now Para's going to be going to the top of the mountain.
Alright, both of them going to be doing mountain clip here. Alright, nice long jump for Para. Ooh, big jump dive. So that's going to lose a bit of time. Not a whole lot for Dwhatever to make up. But he's not getting the clip either, so Para is still coming out on top. And last one's going to be Piranhas. Kind of see where the THI fade out is, and I'm pretty sure if anything, if everything goes to plan, Para's going to have saved a good bit of time here, despite it being a pretty short stage. TTM might be a different story. Dwhatever, definitely well known for his TTM reds, but Para has like a really sick TTM stage RTA and stuff, and he's definitely put in the work on all those stars. So we're gonna have to see how this one plays out, because I think it applies at any level. Like, the more you try to do a star perfectly, the less likely you'll be able to do it consistently. Until a certain point where you kind of find that balance.
Yeah, I mean, there's a multitude of strats that we don't see in these runs just because they're nearly impossible to get consistently. And that really is, like...
I'm just saying, like, trying to execute a star as if you were going for a spreadsheet time.
That's fair, yeah, because in those cases, a lot of times you're going for like frame perfect jumps. You're going for very, very precise angling. I mean, you can certainly attest to that. I believe you still hold the Para unfortunately missing Breezeless.
Yeah, no Breezeless, fortunately.
But I believe you still hold the Rainbow Ride Reds spreadsheet time, correct?
I do, yeah. I also got a poverty record, which is Wet Dry World Elevator non-triple jump wall kick, but that's super poverty, and I don't want to talk about this anymore. Alright, so top of the mountain stars. Usually you would do these first, but Breezeless is a good candidate to go first as well. Dwhatever usually likes to go for his signature red coins. Not getting that double jump dive not getting that speaking double jump dive, roll out onto the mushrooms. But he's still really good at the maze. Does it like no one else. And
oh man,
you can never get enough of that rollout, I would say.
You almost can't really see the lag that the maze causes on Dwhatever's side just because he goes through so quickly.
Yeah, usually people will like spend a lot of time, like I think like rightfully so, to get that side flip wall kick, but Dwhatever goes into it without any hesitation. All right, good.
Nice waterfall star from Para.
Interesting camera for Dwhatever here, but getting it as well. All right, 2 stars left for Para, and one of them is Reds. So he could save time over Dwhatever here, going for some fast movement, going for the kind of strat that Dwhatever was attempting, but also messed it up. Nice draw out on the small shroom. May's not as crisp though, not getting that 7th red. Still going for the side flip ball kick and he's able to get it. Dwhatever also going up for top of the mountain, or scale of the mountain, and they are pretty much synced. I don't know if they both have the box star left though, or if Para is still in the lead by a good bit. Wait, Para's forgetting a star, isn't he?
I think he... Yeah, I don't think I ever saw him do the blast to the lonely mushroom. What?
Para needs to have 48 stars when you leave. You need to have 48 stars when you leave TTM. And I don't know if he's gonna notice when he's done with SL and go back, or if he's gonna have to like, or if it's gonna like hit him as he comes up to Tippy. Like, I don't have the right star count. What am I doing? What am I forgetting? I hope he realizes sooner than later.
He did it as a bad... What did he skip then? Not exactly sure what he even skipped.
He definitely missed a star in TTM. I can say that much for sure.
Yeah. Oh boy, the big old bonk on the wall there.
Might have been scale of the mountain. I don't think I saw him get that one.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, actually. You may have to go for SL Reds if you realize this. Yeah, I think chat's exactly right. He missed a log wall kick and so ended up just not going for a second one again like he should have.
Yeah, shoutouts to Wilco. On his toes all the time.
A lot of missed stars today, interestingly enough. Cheese forgot the Manta star during his race against Abba. Not sure what's going on in these guys' heads. So, both of them identical star counts. Para looks like he has a slight lead, but pretty much every extra star available to him right now is going to be somewhat slow. Surely he'll realize whenever he hits Chill with the Bully.
He might be better off doing SL Reds here. But if he doesn't, then I would say he's forgotten completely. We'll see if he goes back to do SL Reds or if he exits stage. Honestly, this is huge. It's not even gameplay. Yeah, he doesn't know. So he might be watching now and like realizing his mistake. But I'm just kind of wondering if it's going to hit him and if that's too late. Because he can still do Toxic Maze and that'll be better than going back to TTM. But if he doesn't realize, then he's going to be out of luck once he gets up to TTC.
Yep.
Missing MIPS as well.
Oh boy.
Trying to go for that 120 grab. Oh, okay.
What? What did Mips even just do? I've never seen that before. What?
I wonder if like he either blocked Mips somehow or like that's like a place where Mips stops and turns around. But I don't think it is. I think he just keeps running. So I'm pretty confused as well.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, Para is watching, you know, says he's, you know, obviously less familiar with the 70 counts because he's got his heart set on 120 star, and obviously that's understandable.
Dwhatever having a bit of an issue with the railing talking to Toad, but does have it out of his way now.
Yeah, he does a sidekick rollout, which apparently saves a tiny bit of time in terms of castle movement.
So let's see now. If Para is saying in chat that he doesn't quite know 70 star counts, it is possible, I think, that he just didn't even realize while he was still in HMC. We'll have to see what exactly he does here, but Dwhatever with the big bonk there, not able to actually land on the star. He's going to be wasting a few seconds on that.
Kind of a big belly flop from the sky, I guess. When skydiving without a parachute. Died. Even though, like, he didn't actually die, I still sometimes call things whatever. You know what I meant.
Oh yeah.
I'm slurring the words, but I'm nailing the meaning. That's a song lyric. I forget what song though. All right, so Dwhatever's got 2 more stars. Para 2.5. We'll see. I'm pretty sure if he was gonna do Toxic Maze, he would have done it already. So I'm not sure. We'll kind of see that extra star get picked up.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a decent chance he's not going to realize until he's in Tippy. At which point, I'm really not sure exactly how he'd try to back that up.
Well, yeah, I think that's a done deal at this point. We just got to see. Because Dwhatever had a blistering beginning. You know, lost a lot of time in DDD and Piracy. Has done pretty well upstairs, though. I mean, you know, actually, I take that back. Yeah, I forgot he fell in Ledge Jar World. But, like, the rest, like, TTM onwards, decent enough. But he could kind of get handed this one, just due to some week 1 scuffed gameplay and rust.
Yeah, Para's leaving. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm really not sure how exactly this one's gonna shake out. Okay, among his list of possible backups, if he wanted to stay just in Tippy, I guess he could do Cloud Stage.
I would say
really
no,
slow.
no, you would never do Cloud Stage. Although I would love to see someone actually do that in a 70 race for whatever reason. The best backup is by far the second Lakitu bounce, but I don't know if he will recall in time.
Yeah, and he has to open the cannon first for that, right?
Yeah, which means he'd have to do like a noob cruiser to open up the cannon and then do somewhere over the rainbow with Lakitu bounce.
And as we can see, he's already doing his Lakitu bounce for cruisers, so he doesn't really have a reason to go over there unless he like realizes and makes the detour during reds.
Yeah, I know we're kind of beating this like we're beating dead horse here, but if he doesn't realize, then it's gonna kind of give Dwhatever a dub by default.
No matter what, like it's gonna be huge time lost. There's nothing else really quick up here, unfortunately.
Bowser in the Sky, red coins, Kappa.
It took me a sec. I was like, that'd be a great. Oh wait, how would he get up there? Does this channel have Papo G enabled in the chat? That'd be a perfect emote for that.
Not sure.
It's my favorite FFZ emote.
Alright. Good reds for Dwhatever. Para going for that signature swinging in the breeze. Double jump dive. Getting a ledge grab though, that's gonna kill the time save.
Yeah, I'm lucky that ledge grab ended up working out.
Yeah, we'll see Dwhatever go for it here as well, I'm sure. I think he has to do triangles as well, so yeah. We'll save that one for last. Alright. Not the greatest triangles, but keeping it moving on the rollouts. Para accidental ground pound, that can be pretty scary on these donut blocks. And falling down in here, we saw this in both Ouija and Jaws having trouble with the triangles. I think it's definitely something you gotta de-rust a little bit, I guess, if you haven't done it in a really long time. Dwhatever coming back up high for the swinging in the breeze. Optimal, strapped, super expert Mario Maker 2 difficulty. Alright, getting hit by the fire. Not gonna work out. Oh well, at least he tried. And yeah, Para's in PCC with 61 stars.
Going through TTC 100 now. Very nice starter movement here. The triple jump wall kick, good. Now moving right along towards blues. We did see Tava take a pretty nasty fall here in his race, but Para's got the experience here. Stage is identical to 120, so he's got the practice in here.
I thought OMG Scoots was a default Twitch emote. Ooh, Para falling in the cage a little bit. It's kind of tough, I guess. Whatever, flying on 100 coin. You know, it's fun. Oh, missing the boxy. This is tough. Oh no, he's falling all the way down here. You can look at the face cam. His face just instantly zooms in, and he's getting heave-hold as well, down to 2 HP. Gotta find some reprieve here. That box has coins. That coin has boxes simply from 2015 or whatever. Whatever, not going for that nice jump dive rollout. Gonna take it a little bit safer here in the final 10 seconds-ish. But missing a coin. And it's fallen down. Oh no, it's barely on there. I thought it had fallen. Dwhatever kind of saved by RNG. Para kind of screwed over. Definitely got. That's a 1-up. Yeah, he's kind of wondering, what do I get? That one has 3. He's gonna have to go down to where the box on top of time jumps on moving bars is, I think. Okay, so. All right,
wait, he already grabbed that box.
Okay, so the way. Okay. Obviously, it's hard to tell what you should do if you're in Para's shoes, and that's just really unfortunate how the coins treated him. But when you're up there by the normal backup box, you can actually jump down. That's a nice side flip from Para. You can jump down on top of the cage where you get time jumps on moving bars. That box has 3 coins, and you can do a triple jump wall kick back up to get back up to the top level. So that would be like the optimal way to go around it.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But Para is going to lose massive time to having to back that up that way. And of course, having some issues with the thwomp wall kicks. He's going to be able to grab it this time around, looks like. But Dwhatever is already moving right on a log, rolling into that cage. Making some really steady progress on this stage.
Was it free on Steam?
I am very curious to see how Para backs up. Because, I mean, at this point, Dwhatever does have a pretty solid lead due to that mistake on 100 coin. Very nice pendulum movement from Para. And the synced star grabs.
Yeah, D's a few stars ahead, though. That 100 coin is just one of the most tragic ones I've seen in all the 70 leagues races.
Yeah, because he had the movement, it just going a little bit too far after hitting that final box or penultimate box, and it just everything just went downhill from there. It's unfortunate how few coins there really are outside the route in TTC 100.
Yeah, it really is. Because if you miss a coin box like that where you fall and the coins all kind of disappear, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Para looked like he was going to be going for some moving reds shenanigans, or maybe he missed the time moving. I think he just missed an A press for moving triple jump wall kick, actually. But having to go the long way around again.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right on that.
Is that invis wall? That's great. Love those invis ceilings that just kind of smush you.
Beautiful stuff, exclusive mostly to TTC. Just the game engine was not exactly made for vertically oriented stages like this.
Sorry.
So Dwhatever is now going to be grabbing his 70th star and making his way up to bits, while Para still has 4 stars and TTC only has 3 left. At this point, he must start to realize what's going wrong here. Not liking the way he's getting that triple jump wall kick.
This definitely looks like a dub for Dwhatever at this point, though. Para definitely had his chances in TTM, or, you know, when it was back in TTM, he was definitely looking good. Just kind of all went downhill and tippy. You know, it happens to everybody. That's the thing. No one is immune. Even Para, who I would say is one of the better tippy players, just was not having a good time this time around. Dwhatever looking to still get a 48, though, which is really crazy. And I know we've been talking about mistakes mostly, but that's going to kill it, falling all the way down, getting that sideways split up. Para moving reds, but...
And then just going way too far over. Oh, man.
Instantly, 2 big things happening at once. That's like the worst thing that can happen during moving right side. A very specific, like, way to fail that in order to die, which kind of sucks. No more 48 on the cards. Still 49 though.
Yeah.
And Para knocking those moving reds. Gonna go back to stationary.
And of course, Para knows he doesn't have anything left in this stage. Gotta go talk to Toad and then figure out what's next. I feel like we're either gonna see Cloud Stage or Toad Star, or not Toad. We're either gonna see Cloud Stage or just BLJ straight to Sky. I don't really know which he'll decide to do. If he thinks that he can do
Yeah.
Cloud Stage fast enough to still get some
Interesting.
points, or if he's just okay with the forfeit.
Yeah, I would say like you should just try to get points if you can. See, now he's realized, he's like, oh, I only got 69. What did I miss? So he's going to check TTC here, I suppose, but he's gotten everything there. So he's kind of looking at the face cam now, like realizing that he's messed up somewhere.
So what's he gonna end up doing as a spare star here? He's grabbing something down in the basement. Not exactly sure what.
Like,
Meanwhile, Dwhatever on his third Bowser throw.
I guess Toxic Maze, but that's like not a very... It's not the most efficient in terms of castle movement, but like it's hard to put yourself in his shoes, like feeling the emotions of being in a race under pressure and trying to figure out like what is the best course of action. You're ever gonna wrap up a 49 still. Unfortunately, like the way that race had to go, but still a pretty solid time. And I think better than a lot of these week 1 showings, which I think are proving to be a little bit rusty.
And it looks like Para might just be throwing in the towel here. Unfortunate, okay. Grabbing that star, he probably would have been maybe a minute and a half behind Dwhatever's time going into bits. Well, or at least like getting upstairs. It's hard to say, but I really think he could have gotten a few points out of this match, but it looks like he's just going to go ahead and throw in the towel, which you really can't blame him. The run definitely had a fairly rough end to it.
Okay, so this one is pre-recorded. I don't think we're gonna get any interviews in this case, and we have 2 more 70 races tonight. The 4 people who have not played yet in D1. It's gonna be our boys, Punkay, world record holder, coming up against Heisenberger at now o'clock, and in an hour, Potoman versus Viro. So we got 2 more races on the docket. I think I'm going to rest my voice here, but that's going to be a nice W for Dwhatever, and I hope you guys are enjoying the first day of these D1 races, and I will see you next time.
Yep.
And I'm
Catch you guys
also
around.
Electric.
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
commentating the next one?
Yep, along with Tama82.
Oh, okay. That should be fire.
Yeah, I'm definitely really excited about that, and hope to see all of you there that we can, because it should be a pretty nice race. So, but for now, for a couple minutes, we'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks. Peace.
All right, peace.